Welcome, beer drinkers. This is another installment of the Barrett Bros Beer Reviews. And as always, we're here to drink some beer. And on this episode, we go nuts for donuts. That's right, Dave. What are we working with?
You damn right we do. We go nuts for them donuts. What we have here today, guys, is a very special edition. And we did the box unveiling, and now we're gonna drink one of the beers for you.
Yeah.
This one's the Cherry Blawesome
Donut beers, buddies.
Check this out. All right, it's a bourbon barrel-aged blonde stout with cherries, almonds, graham cracker, milk sugar, and Madagascar vanilla beans. So, I mean, a lot of flavors coming out in this beer for a blonde stout too, which I think is awesome. You know, I've had a couple blonde stouts in the past. Usually they're on the stouty.
Fun. They're always like really coffee stouts is usually what you see on a blonde stout, right?
Right.
Yeah,
This one's got the vanilla beans instead of the coffee beans. So,
oh, dude, this sounds like so fun and well balanced. I'm really excited to get in here.
so this one is
Cherry Blawesome.
it's mixed. It's collaborated with District Donut. So it has a little bit on this card here. I'm not gonna go too crazy on it, but they had these cards for each collaboration in the box.
Yeah,
And
they describe these because they're from these craft donut shops, right? So they explain, the head people in these craft donut shops and everything they go through to make their donuts, make them special. And it looks like this one is from District Donut and Coffee.
it looks like DC. It's from Washington DC. I'm kind of guessing. I don't quote me on that.
Yeah, these places they're probably from all over the country.
They are.
Bruery actually has a huge reach. We were over there. They're telling us they ship beers overseas to China and stuff.
Yeah, based in Washington DC. Right?
That's radical. This beer has good distribution in the brewery. If you see it on your shelves, a lot of times they come in bottles. They're stouts. They're barrel-aged stouts, especially, are super awesome in our opinion. We're super excited to get in here. So let's give this thing a spin.
We're gonna split this one can, so we're not gonna do any can tasting.
No,
It's
straight for the pour.
barrel-aged stout, 11 and a half.
Get a little bit of head on there, get some aroma going.
11.2% strong beer. We're excited, man. All those flavors and the way this. So it's almost like a red-headed stout and a blonde stout.
The stepchild stout.
A ginger stout.
Yeah,
It's definitely. I mean, I wouldn't call it a blonde. I'd call it a lighter stout.
That is definitely This is a red-headed stout.
Yeah,
That's stepchild stout.
it's a ginger stout, dude.
Ginger stout. Absolutely. Oh man.
This goes out to you, all you gingers out there watching the
Absolutely.
show.
This smells delicious over here.
Whoa.
Wow.
So many complex flavors in there. They crammed all of that into a beer. You get the cherries and a little bit of the graham cracker in there.
Do you get the cherries, which is cool that they put it through, and of course you get the bourbon barrels, the vanilla, the graham cracker. Like you said, you get some graham cracker in this thing. That's bold.
Definitely vanilla flavors in there too, and I think everything they highlighted on there. You're getting little bits and pieces of all that flavor.
I don't know if you guys noticed too. We've got our donut snifters, or donut tulips, I'd like to say.
Check these bad boys out.
This is definitely a little bigger than a snifter.
This is what came in the box as well. It came with 2 of these. So.
Killer donut tulip. Sweet little donuts in action over here. This guy's running. Give him a peace sign. This is a fun beer. Fun experience. You know what? I like that. They're putting fun into beer.
Yeah, I agree.
And we appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's awesome. Definitely getting the flavors. It's you don't taste the ABV as much because it's so sweet. Kind of having a little bit of a hard time pairing it with a donut, but
It's a cherry, I think.
I'm
The
just
cherry
getting.
and the graham cracker is getting you
Yeah.
with it's almost like a cherry pie stout.
Yeah, it almost tastes like a pie. Like you're biting into a cherry jubilee pie or something like
It's
that.
missing a lot of the dark roasted notes you get in a lot of these darker stouts because it is that blonde stout, you know what I mean? So they're obviously using lighter malts on it, which is giving it that lighter color. And yeah, you don't taste a lot of roasted. You're just getting a lot of these cherry flavors, graham crackers, some vanilla, and then the bourbon barrel age is kind of packaging all that flavor and just boom.
Yeah, it's a good fun beer. I really enjoy it. If you haven't had your hands on this donut box, I hope you can get it soon because
yeah, I hope it's still out there.
if it's still out there, yeah.
Try it.
Or maybe they release a couple of these that are really a hit. We'll see. Hopefully they do. But if not, I mean, you can enjoy it vicariously through us.
But the cool thing about these kind of stouts is they'll last on the shelf. If this is on the shelf for a year, it's still going to be good because the flavor is so intense and the alcohol volume is so high. It's going to carry over even if the beer is on the shelf for longer. So
yeah,
I feel like you can't go wrong with these style of beers. They could literally be a couple years on the shelf, and some people say they just taste even better.
Yeah,
because some of the flavors mellow out and some of the flavors become more vibrant. You know,
I think we want to rank these within the 4 donut beers that we have.
No, they have to go up against the stouts. They're going on the scale.
I just thought it was kind of cool.
The stout scale. I mean, unfortunately, you can't do that because you only get so much reference, and this would be our Kramer reference right here. So you gotta put this up against the other ones.
I'm gonna go. I mean, it's fun. I'm not super blown away though.
I'm really having a good time.
I'm gonna go in like 7.8 for me personally. I don't think it cracks an 8 for me. I think it's still a great beer, fun beer.
I thought he was gonna go a little lower, so I'm happy with that.
I think there was a lot of effort put into it for sure, and I just
fantastic.
It's good. It's fun. It's just it's a little overly sweet, and it's supposed to be.
Definitely a sweet. It's a dessert beer. I'm actually not particularly a fan of the cherry flavor, but I think it's fantastic that they got that in here and just made this a coherent, drinkable package. I'm going. I like 8.0 on this beer. I'm gonna go round number. It's definitely an 8, but for me, I'm into like a little more complex. I wouldn't say complex, but just a little darker, like more bitter flavors. This is just all sweetness. But it's fantastic, and if any of what we said sounds good to you, you need to check this out.
If you like cherries, Jubilee, or cherry pie, or cherry donuts,
cherry fan,
you freaking buy the crap out of this, and you enjoy it, and you support the brewery because they're an awesome brewery.
Yeah, you cruise out to them. They got a couple locations here in SoCal, and they get distribution everywhere.
Yeah,
you could probably buy it right off their freaking Facebook. You know what I mean? Like, they're that cool and that hip of a beer company.
So. Well, thanks for watching.
Yeah. Support your local beer companies, guys. Be sure to like and subscribe. We appreciate you.
Right on.
Cheers.
Cheers.